Holy snapping duck shit.
My good mate from Bump and Run Booker joins us.
I'm excited for another great show tonight. Give it the hoot nanny. Live.
Hey everyone, welcome on the Trackside with Kokpit, brought to you by GARAGE16. Kins and Booker here on a Wednesday afternoon, heading into the evening as we continue the big build-up to the Makita New Zealand Stockcar teams champs, our third night in a row. 4 teams tonight. We've got a busy night ahead. Books, how you going, mate?
Oh, I'm doing well, mate. Yeah, another busy one tonight with 4 teams. Shivers. She's going to be on. Hey, on like Donkon. These boys are all getting hyped to it. It's getting closer and closer for them to get out there and start smashing shit this weekend. And yeah, it all starts Friday down by the lake or something, doesn't it, there in Rotorua for scrutineering. What time's that start, kids?
12 o'clock. 12 o'clock till about 3 o'clock. They'll start making their way back to TWS Paradise Valley Speedway. Get ready for night one of plenty of teams action. Heats going on there is pretty well. If you love stock cars, you're going to be sport for choice Friday and Saturday. The support class is stock cars as well. So it's a full-on event, and they'll get to a lot more action on our show tomorrow night. We catch up with the final 3 teams, the defending champions. You win the event, you get to host it at your track, but also we may have a special guest from Makita, who's the official sponsor of the big event this coming Friday, Saturday. Aaron Ferguson, good to have you on the show. Good evening, mate. Daniel Peachy, Bryce Carter's watching. We've got Mr. Bump and Run. Richard and Trudy, always good to have you on board. Samantha Kiss, Paul Owen, Mike Harvey. Looking forward to hearing from the teams. Yeah, we've got plenty going on tonight there. Rennie Coley, Carl Carpendale. How you go, mate? Get into it and talk with the teams on tonight's show. So in regards to tonight, we've got 4 teams like we mentioned right at the start there as well, and you can take a quick look at this. This is how it's going to roll out. Going to catch up with obviously the Kings, the Bulldogs, the Gladiators, and we'll wrap it up with the Raiders sometime later on when we wrap it up, Books?
Yeah, mate. Yeah. And just a note too, don't forget the pinned post on our page there about our anti-bullying thing. Have a look, check it out, have a read. And join the battle against it. You know, we want to see people walking around with those shirts in support of this great cause. You can, there it is there. Kids has got up. You know, mate, it's just, yeah, get amongst it and stop the idiots online and at the track and anywhere else. But yeah. And a big thanks to those this week that have donated stars to us. It helps us and helps the charity. So thank you for that. But, mate, the week's just been awesome. The people, the drivers, you can hear it in their voices. They're pumped, mate. They're ready to go. They're ready to hit stuff. And, yeah, I mean, as a spectator this weekend, like you said, you're in for a heck of a treat with it being, you know, the Coliseum, as we call it. TWS Paradise Valley Speedway is going to turn on the action this weekend. And of course, if you can't make it to the track, if you can't get your backside trackside, then it's all on the Pits TV.
Yeah, exactly, Books. You know, 100%. They always deliver a great product. We know Jason and the team always bring it to the forefront. And hey, earlier on in the piece, if you go a few weeks back, there was the big talk of the 12 teams, but obviously it's in now a 13th team. And I think they're going to be the first to join us tonight. Brought to you by obviously Rawson and the Kihikihi KINGS. We better bring them in now. I think we're going to catch up with, this is the team that's representing, and look who it's managed by, Scott Tennant. And Scott knows his team stuff, obviously coming off a high with the Glen Eagles a few weeks back. That's the team that's representing Kihikihi track. And yeah, it's good to see the boys out there and with the K on. And we're going to bring a couple in. We're going to have the captain, Caleb Hayes, join us. And very, very fortunate that we're going to have Troy Howard jump in there and join us as well. So we'll bring them in, Books, and we'll get into it. I'll wait for
let's rock this
Caleb.
chicken.
Yeah, Caleb, you flick it. There we go. Oh, Other way, mate. There you go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's annoying the shit out of me.
All right, bro. That's all good. Just hang in there.
When
Just
it's on
hang
its
in there.
side, you can't see everybody else on the screen. That's just the way it is. So don't try and keep flipping the screen if that's what you're worried about trying to see it. So just so you know.
All right, I'll be on my side. I'll be on my side.
Well, you hope not, eh, Caleb, mate? You know,
Nah.
you're in there. You're the captain of the team, mate. But, you know, to have the team in there, it's pretty cool, you know, maybe at the 11th hour. But, hey, you're representing Kihikihi, and the Kings will be back out there in the Stockcar form, mate.
What was that last bit, sorry?
Yeah, the team will be back out there in Stockcar form, and all ready for Friday.
Yeah, no, we're all sorted, mate. Yeah, we've just got, bit of paint to put on them tomorrow and stickers, and we're good to go.
What was it like, though? You know, obviously everyone had talked about this whole 12-team deal going to Rotorua race for the New Zealand champs. But then at that last minute, Kiki got the call in, coming to the championship. How cool was it there? How cool was that?
Yeah, it was pretty good. I messaged Scott about 2 or 3 weeks ago about it, and he was sort of like on the fence. And then obviously he had Palmy teams, so I didn't really hassle him too much about it. And then it was obviously after the Palmy teams had finished, I messaged him again, and he's like, "Nah, we'll just do it." So yeah, and then we've done it really. So now we just got to do it on track.
Yeah, hard out. Troy, you're in the similar boat as Caleb, mate. You know, obviously when the message comes through, we're going to put a Kings team together. Let's get the 4K out there and do it for the Kihikihi club.
Oh, somebody had to do it. No, it's I always wanted to go teams racing, so seen the opportunity, jumped at it, put my hand up.
Yeah, why not, mate? So what's your background, obviously, as captain there, Caleb? What's your team's background in regards to how many racing or teams years have you done?
I've only done just over a year of teams racing for the Kiki Club, or just in general. That was back when the Kings first got formed with you and Means and that. So no, we had a pretty good run. So hopefully we can carry that on this weekend.
Exactly. So same for you, Troy. Are you debuting at this event on Friday, Saturday? Is this your debut into the teams arena as such?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I mean everyone picks on me, but that's yeah, a bit better.
Yeah. Oh, wait, you got every opportunity to pick on back at them now. You know, you got a steel bumper in front, mate. Use it and hit them back, eh?
Oh, yeah, it'll only be 4 chasing me instead of 26 odd.
He's going to cop some shit, kids, with that camera. Just put it normal, mate, like that, and lock it, and you'll be happy. We don't care about the widescreen. Just go back to normal for yourself. We don't want to look like you're on your side all the time. That's us. Perfect. You make it probably worse for us because we're all sort of starting to go like that. You see, and all the viewers are probably doing this, and confusing everyone.
On Caleb today.
Yeah. Hey, that's all good, Troy. Look, Troy, so what's the season been like for you personally, individually racing, you know, prior to getting into this weekend? Obviously, what's the season been tracking like for you?
Came in strong. It looked promising.
Oh, yeah. Something's happened there to his phone, either gone flat or something. So, Caleb, you might be holding the fort here, mate. So, how's your season been tracking so far, bro? How's your season been?
Yeah, it's been not too bad. Just missed out on qualifying for the GP. And then Wellington was all right. But no, we've had a pretty good season, really. Still, finally got used to the new car, so might as well test out the bumpers on it this weekend.
So the team you guys have formed, is that something that was just, like you said, you got hold of Scotty, so is it just a team you guys have put together for this weekend? There wasn't a big plan before that? And if so, do you think that affects you a bit working as a team, or are you all mates outside of this?
It might do, but I don't think it will. Like, they're all good guys, man. They all can pedal. They all got pretty good gear under them too. Like, that's the main thing. I've watched Humble and Hamish teams race, and Carl, and they're good teams races. So no, I'm really looking forward to teams racing with them. I think we could definitely do some good here.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we've
I
got-
just wonder that because there is a lot to be said about that, and you're right. A few of them have done quite a bit of teams racing, haven't they? So it's yeah. I suppose you'll sit down and have a good talk, and if I mean Scotty knows how to teams race as a manager, I'm sure. Put the heads together
got a
and
few
can do
good
a collective positive for it all, eh?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah. Well, hey, you know, he's got a good head on him when it comes to his knowledge and experience. When you take a look at, he's still a young man at heart, but he's here to manage, but also guide you. He's been successful as well through the stock car ranks and the super stock ranks, as we've seen what he's done, obviously, with the Glen Eagles. So let's hope what he's got there falls back into you guys and you have a good night. But overall, you know, when do you kind of head over together? What's the deal going on there, Troy? Do you all kind of catch up together, meet up somewhere before you head into Rotorua on the Friday? What's the story? Do you guys know what's going on there?
No, we're still gonna organise that a bit better. Everyone's just kind of last minute getting everything together first, and then we'll have a catch up, have a meeting, and go from there. Really.
Yeah, so all right, catch up maybe tomorrow. I guess you guys must be just about all kitted out with the King's gears on your cars. Is that all sorted, or finalise all that tomorrow and get ready to rock and roll into Rotorua on Friday?
Yeah, stickers have been done. We're just
Okay.
I'm not sure about the rest of the bodies, but I know mine's getting painted tomorrow. And then we'll just go from there really. So we'll be all sorted.
And no doubt you 5 guys will end up down at the lake, sometime after 12 o'clock on the Friday, go through the scrutineering. You know, what's your expectations of that, first and foremost, ahead of the big event there, Troy? You know, when you take a look, you know, that's where the fans are going to be to check all the teams out. What are you expecting, you know, when you arrive there with the Kings and the fanfare and everything like that?
I haven't really thought about it too much. I've just been focused on what I'm doing and trying to remember if everything's done right. Really.
Yeah. Making sure that everything's 110% on the car before you put yourself out there with your club and
Oh
represent
no,
this team.
it's more so just trying to remember what I haven't done yet or forgotten to do.
What about you, Caleb? You in the mindset of making sure you know everything, every nut and bolt's tight. You've got some spares and everything ahead of Friday. Yeah.
Yeah, now we've gone through the whole car, checked every single bolt on it. And that's everything's sorted. We're all done. We'll just need to load up and we're ready to go.
And you load up with the extras from in the workshop, mate, to take to the track.
Yeah, well, it's not too bad. Like you only got 2 races to go through, really. So, like if we were going further, you probably would, but it's only an hour away, so it's not. You don't have to take stuff for the whole weekend as such. But yeah, no, we'll have enough to get us through the first day anyway, and then sort it out for the second day.
Yeah. So, do you guys know where you're doing your work? You talk about we're going to get the damage on the Friday then. Is there something being sorted out for you in Rotorua for the Kings to go work at someone's workshop? Has someone popped up to help you out with that? Or, like you say, it's an easy trip an hour down the road?
It's just an easy trip, really. Like, at least at home, you have everything sorted. I'll be coming back because it's just so much easier here.
You know where everything is.
Yeah, you got everything you need. You're not running around town looking for a Repco or, all that small, silly stuff that takes time. So now we'll just be coming back.
Yeah. Are you in the same boat, Troy? Just head back after Friday if you got to do work on the damage? Or?
Yeah, mostly. I mean, like you said, is you know where everything is as well. I mean, even if it looks like a shamble to someone else, you know exactly where your tools are.
No one knows their own shed like the person that owns it, eh? I used to have a shed like that. You knew where every little bolt and screw was, and how special would it be to take out the championship, to take out teams this weekend with it being such a big year for Kihikihi too? Was it? Is it 70? Am I right? 70 years?
Is 70 years. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, that would make it. Do you think would that make it just a little bit more special to win it on that anniversary of that for the club?
Yeah, and just to steal it off half of my old teammates too would probably make it a little bit sweeter.
Nothing like having a one-up, eh?
Yeah, just to beat them. Nah, it'll definitely be good for the club. To be honest, I don't know where they'd fit it in next year, but that wouldn't really be a problem. That'd be up to them. So, Now, if we could win it, no, you wouldn't
Oh,
say.
mate.
You wouldn't, no, that would be pretty unreal.
Yeah, your track would find somewhere to fit in a bit like
Yeah.
that. Honestly, with it being a New Zealand title as such, they would make something move around and shift
Well,
around. And,
I would have thought they should have
from-
already made plans, Kins, for that date already, shouldn't they?
It'd be real positive and forward thinking. Yeah, 100%. Hey, look, we caught up with the Crushers the start of the build-up to the show. We caught up with the Can-Do Fishing Crushers on Friday. They're traveling up as a team and everything. That's your first race up against them, race 5. And you take a look at any of these teams, they're all on even par. Don't take any lightning out. Everyone's all up there with the machinery, the driver skills. What are you going to expect from the Crushers? They got the big drive. They might be all sick after they go across the Cook Strait, mate. So that might be to your advantage. But yeah, how will you prepare for them?
They're a pretty hard-hitting team. I versed them down at Mainlands a few years back. It's basically a completely different team to then, but Christchurch is still Christchurch. You've seen them at Palmy. They're just hard-hitting guys, and you just can't take them lightly. Any team. I was looking through the draw yesterday, and every team's looking pretty stacked. You can't. The days are going through and going, oh, that team's going to win. That team's going to win. That team's going to win. That's happening less and less.
Yeah.
So just to go through the second night's going to be pretty good, I'd say.
Yeah, we talked about that all week, Kins, about all the teams are so, like you just said, stacked, or everybody's experienced, everyone's got good cars. It's not as easy like it was 10, 20 years ago, and yeah. Does that make you guys think a bit more about your opponents when you come up to them like that, though, knowing that no one's an easy beat?
Yeah, just treat them all the same, really. You just got to beat them.
Yeah, exactly.
However, you just doesn't normally go to plan, but it just is what it is at the end of the day, really.
All right, it is going to go to plan because in the background, sitting down here below us, they are going to join us soon. This is a time for you guys to give these guys shit because you're going to take the Bulldogs. Go on, rock them up. You guys are going to smash the shit out of the Bulldogs, aren't you?
Yeah, well, they got Rotorua first, so that's sort of quite nice for us.
So how do you prepare for them? Come on, you can give them a bit of cheek, mate.
That won't be up to me. That'll be up to Scotty to sort out. He's the one that'll be able to sort that plan.
That was a nice deflection, eh?
Yeah.
What do you reckon, Troy?
Let's just say there's enough shit going on Facebook that'll basically paint the story.
Fair enough, mate. We'll leave it at that, because a whole lot of them are sitting there listening to you guys. They'll just throw it back at you. So hey, but you leave it on the track, like you guys will say. The actions on the track there, where the race fans will see it all happen and celebrate whatever the result, because these gentlemen and ladies out there, put their expensive cars on there and cost a lot out of their back bloody wallets. It's their hobby they enjoy, but they put their bodies on the line as well. So, applaud them whatever the result, because they're there to entertain you this Friday and Saturday and put on a hell of a show. What we got here? Darren Latwood, how you going, mate? Michael Rose, Tyler Horton, Nana Gale, how you going, Nana? Tony Cox here, looking forward to catching up with team on Friday. Mike Raywin Shaw, Catherine Brown Dixon, Chris 56, Chris Buddy Muddy Goodley. Had a big trip down to Wellington to the airport. How you going there? Bevan Gilgore. All good. Deacon, how you going, Deacon? You haven't got a 6 driver? Mr. Coley's asking you. Do you?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, okay.
He just got added yesterday, I think it was.
Oh, yeah. I did read that. Is that Asheries?
Nah, it's old Muzzy 39p.
Oh yes,
cool.
Yeah, he's come back on board to help us out again this year. So he obviously might as well just put a K on it now after doing 2 years.
Back up and move.
Yeah, walk up and move and get.
You guys have to give him a bit of encouragement over the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Steve Palmer, old Sparky Gibbs is in there. Caleb J. Miller. What do we got here? They still Ian Wilson. Sparky's asking you, Caleb, what do you reckon, mate? Are you going to even hit anyone this weekend? You going to get into it, mate?
Nah, new car. I'm just changed man. Pure
enough,
speed.
So what's the deal with your new car? Where'd that all come from? Or it's a brand new built, or what's the story?
Yeah, I got Noddy's race cars at Procom Engineering. They built it. Not 2 off seasons ago, or I don't know, a couple off seasons ago, and yeah, so just finished getting the handle of that, so should be good.
Awesome. What about your car, Troy? How's it hanging in there, mate? Get in there and give it a hell, eh?
Yeah, a little bit of fine tuning to go.
Yeah. Yeah, you got much left for the rest of the speedway season though. Once you get through this weekend, you got much planned for.
Oh, that's literally any meeting I can kind of get myself to.
Okay.
Within reason.
Yeah.
More and
What
more
about you?
seat time.
Yeah, exactly. More seat time will obviously build experience and everything. Caleb, what about you? What's happening after this weekend for you? You got much on the schedule there?
We'll see how much damage we get to see how far we go. But no, we'll just do the local meetings, finish off at Kihikihi. Not going to do the North Highlands because I'll just watch the sprint cars at Kihikihi at home. And yeah, that's about it really. Just might go to a club night at Rotorua if there is one, and that's about it.
Yeah. So for you, Troy, season's over. Like many drivers, I guess you live in the shed in the off season. But is there anything else that Troy does in the off season, mate? You get out and do anything else?
The off season's just been not really. It was quite a few hours in the shed. It was a full tear down.
Yeah.
Basically learn every nut and bolt and every shamble of the car.
Yeah. What's your off season look like for you, Caleb? Do you get into anything else aside from living in the shed?
Well, last season I didn't have anything to do really because the car was still new, so just enjoyed some, I don't know, relaxing out and not doing a lot on the weekends. Not
Couple
like
of quiet ones.
Full on, yeah, just quite nice, quiet weekends, and yeah.
Cool. Hey, Lars, good to know you're back on West Island also. So great travel back home. Who's your biggest fan there, Caleb? Who's your biggest fan, mate?
Oh, you put me on the spot here now.
Nah, that's all good. What about you, Troy? If he's on the spot, you got a big fan out there, mate?
Oh, got a few.
Yeah. Cool. Can't do without the fans.
Yeah, no, it makes it all worthwhile, eh?
Yeah, family support.
It should be interesting, Kinser, to see they're doing on the Saturday there, the autograph session for all the drivers too, aren't they? So you guys will probably have to be back at the track a bit earlier on that Saturday for that. Sam Ashton said last night, that there's going to be a signing session for the fans. You guys be looking forward to that? It must be quite fun to see all the people come out and all your supporters in one place type thing.
Yeah, no, it'll be quite good. It's always good to mingle with the fans, and they get to put a face to the car, and actually you can talk to them, and because we were all those fans once, wanting to see our favourite drivers and all that. So no, it's good to give it back to them.
100%, mate. That's what you do it for. The fans they're the ones that are paying the dollars to sit their bums trackside and enjoy what you do, and that opportunity to come and meet you in person, get an autograph, sign a poster, whatever, get a selfie, that goes a long way, and they'll always remember that. That's how important some of the fans are, and it's a bloody good thing for the sport. So if you get that opportunity, that's not happening on the Friday, as Booker said. Sam told us it's on the Saturday at the track. Tracy Vincent, Hadley Dixon, Ray Muir, how you going? Dave Thomas. Hey, Blake. Blake's all good. What do we got there? Ash. Jennifer Adams is watching as well. We got Phil watching. Paula Hudson. Yeah, Mike, we've got your Raiders coming up a bit later in the show. Sam Ashton's actually in there watching. Damien Orr. Got to say, Damien, mate, you pedalled that Super Saloon wicked over the New Zealand Champ weekend at Baypark. And Sam Henson, Steve McDonald. We got Cam in there watching as well. Sean Cooper. the list just goes on. They're all jumped in to watch all of their teams join us tonight. Jess McKenna. Hey, obviously you can't do it, your families and your crews, but then of course you've got your sponsors on board. You want to do a shout out to your sponsors?
Yeah, we got Farmline Services, Means Motorsport, Sniper Refinish, Rawson Plumbing, and obviously McDonald's Kihikihi Speedway. So they're helping us out this weekend and hopefully next year.
Next year, eh? It'll be the big year for you guys, eh? Give it
Yeah,
heaps,
there
boys,
should
eh?
be something in the pipeline, hopefully.
Yeah, see what happens.
I must say, because one thing I do like about that is that the Kiki Club, their stock car team and their super stock team are the same name. So they're both called the Kings. And I quite like that idea because that's representing the club well and truly, isn't it? Where every other club around the country, even though they're repping the club well and truly, but they have, like, you've got the Rebels and the Rascals, the Young Guns and the Wildcats, you know, and it's just all that stuff, you know, the Maulers and the Hawkeyes. It's quite neat how they have just, it must help with branding too if you got merch.
Yeah, like in previous years, we just had one set of merch, and there you go. So you support both sort of things. So no, it's good. It brings it all to one. I feel, like you said, you're representing the club. So you're just one big group basically.
Yeah.
We don't know if we'd ever change that status at the moment, though, how they had these separate identities with these separate classes, whether it's a stock car or super stock, and I'm guessing too, street stocks will have their kind of name going along with some of their teams as well. But you know, it's a big weekend for you boys. When you get to Rotus, enjoy the lake, enjoy the celebrations of putting on a show at TWS Paradise Valley. Good luck to all your team, and safe travels, although it's just an hour up the road, and give it hell. You know, do your best out there and have fun, boys, and enjoy yourselves, eh?
Thank you.
Thanks, Troy. You got chucked in the deep end last minute, so thanks for coming and joining us, mate.
I'm sitting here, I'm hanging out to eat my dinner, mate.
All right, bro. Go and have your dinner, eh? Cheers, Troy. Cheers, Caleb.
Cheers,
guys.
Thanks, team. Good luck this weekend. Oh.
Hard case.
That'd be good to go, mate. I think I think that there'll be some people that'll underestimate those guys, to be fair, Kins, because I think they'll think, oh, they've just put them together, but I think that's a team that might get a little bit underestimated by other teams, not by, or even probably by the fans as well. So that'll be an interesting one to watch for me, to be honest. You know, because we talked to a lot of the other ones building up this week, and they're all travelling together, and they've been together for a while, you know, but mate, I think that might be one to watch, to be fair.
Yeah. Well, look, they got nothing to lose, you know. They're a team that's put together. Scott will tell them that. He'll get them in the focus, and, you know, it doesn't matter who they take on. Look, they've got the Crushers, then they've got the Bulldogs, and they're going to leave it on the track. You know, they're very fortunate. They've got an hour to travel home, and they can rest in a bit of comfort, but also know where all the tools are in the shed. Where's everything they need to get their machines up and going to get ready for the second night. But you got to say, hey, good on them. And thanks to Rawson Plumbing Kiki and Kiki to help sort them out, and the other sponsors. But joining us, I know there's a few fans in there for the Bulldogs. That's a bit of a look at, obviously, the Bulldogs team. And most of them actually will be joining us. I think we better bring them all in. They're all together as the Carter's Baypark Bulldogs, sitting there nice and patiently, and look at them wearing their flash merchandise and everything going on, eh? Anyone think these buggers look cool? It's pretty chilled out there. Hey, boys, welcome to the show.
How's it going?
Hey.
How are we?
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, Bryce, not even in the pitch, mate. Let's get Bryce.
Yeah, but
There we go.
Hey, obviously, Carter's is the big front name for the Baypark Bulldogs. You know, that's one of your big sponsors there, but we'll give recognition to all of that a bit later. You guys have got a fair few fans watching tonight. Eh? What do you say to them? I'll start with you, Shane.
Yeah, basically we'd like to thank them for the support. Obviously last year we got the team back together, and we've sort of been growing, and it's all about the atmosphere of the club, and we're trying to do as much as we can for our fans. So we've got all shirts and stuff this year. We've got a few other bits and pieces up our sleeve, but it's real cool to see the support get behind this team.
Yeah, 100%. That's what it's about. You know, you're putting it on for your club, but you put it on for your fans, yourselves on the track there as well. And like we said to many older teams over the last couple of nights, and just including the previous team, you know, all these teams are going to be tough. It's the New Zealand Stockcar title brought to you by Makita. They want to win this bloody event, and the biggest thing is they want to hold it back at their track. That's the difference. They want to take it back, and you boys would love to have it back at Baypark, wouldn't you say? Hey, Bryce, would you love to have it back there, mate?
Oh, for sure, bro. It'd be pretty cool to have it back at Baypark.
Yeah. So how prepared are you at the moment with your car and your machine and get it all ready? How's that all tracking along at the moment?
Oh, the boys at Carter's always have my car pretty well spot on. I think they've got a couple of the others there at the moment, and they're all getting ready as well. So
Yeah.
we'll be ready to go.
It's good news to hear. And let's move along. How's the rest of your boys' cars coming along? Are you pretty well checked it out, 110% plus, and ready to give it hell on Friday? Is that tracking along all good?
Yeah, all ready to go.
Yeah. Are you
Yeah.
sure? It's not
Yeah.
going to be that $2 part in the car that's going to stuff it up on Friday.
Maybe the $5 part.
Hey, and as you go along, we might as well get it from you. You're all set, mate. You've been spending 1 million hours in the shed, you know, where it's just all ready to get into action on Friday. You're all good?
Yeah, we've gone through it pretty good this week, so everything's checking out all right. So we should be right to go.
Shane, just bringing it back to you, Shane. When these three gentlemen are talking like this, and you've got your other team, obviously, who aren't with you right now, this is it, eh? They're representing themselves, but their club mates, their teams, and they're going to give it 110%, making sure their machines are ready to go.
Yeah, so like this year we've had a bit more prep than last year. I think we had about 4 or 5 days last year before the New Zealand title. So yeah, the guys have been in the shed for the last sort of 2 or 3 weeks, going through it. 3 of the cars are actually at Carter's contracting, so they've gone through and just freshened up and strengthened a bit of the steel work. So we're making sure those bumpers are nice and the crush rails are ready. And but yeah, we've had definitely a lot more time. We've actually painted the bodies sort of a week before, you know, or 2 weeks before, rather than a couple of days before the event. So that's quite cool. Managed to even get our merch ready. So yeah, the cars are definitely. We've had a lot more time with the cars. We understand the cars a lot more this year. We had a car that literally didn't. We had 6 cars and drivers last year, and one actually did hot laps all night. It just wasn't up to spec to actually race last year. So I guess no fault of our own last year, but this year we've got a bit more prep time. So happy with that.
Yeah, actually talking about last year, eh, because like New Zealand's, the Bulldogs come out and like you said, you didn't have much prep, so to speak, for that. But watching you guys develop since then, like then at the Peter Barry's, you gave it a bloody good crack there. And then we've seen you guys at Huntley this year. I mean, the team is progressing really well. You're building real nicely. You must be feeling quietly confident coming into this weekend.
Yeah, it's good. You know, we've definitely come a long way from 6 guys that had never raced together last season to basically having 5 out of these 6 have all raced together in the last 12 months, and we're getting more confident. The team spirit's growing, the fan base is growing. We're learning our weaknesses and our strengths and stuff like that. We've got people like Ross Ashby's coming along, so he's actually the coach this weekend again. So we're getting a lot of local backing as well from our own club, which is quite cool with the people that are surrounding this team.
That's quite cool, isn't it? Kids having a horse as your coach. I mean, how many years has that man done teams? And he's just finished with the Busters this year, and look at what they succeeded to this year. The Busters, they were up there as well. So you must. That's pretty cool that you have that experience coming in to help you as well.
Yeah, it's good, and like I think we're representing our club and our other mount drivers, and the mount stock car class as a class is growing and getting stronger again, which every club has its ups and downs when it comes to different classes and the number of registered cars and stuff like that. So I think Baypark's really on that sort of growth. We're getting on quite well with promotions and all the other drivers, and it's a good atmosphere. So yeah, we're happy.
Oh, look, it's a good vibe to be in when you've got someone like Ross Ashby, who's done 20 plus years in teams, whether it was for the Rebels or the Busters, and he was inducted recently down there in Palmerston North. You know, when you take a look at that and having that wealth of knowledge, he loves the sport with a passion. So you got the top man there to help you out, to guide you through. And look what happened to the Busters, you know, when they got through to the finals. And mate, they turned the bloody show upside down. But I won't get into that for all sorts of bloody reasons. But you've got good experience, you know, and you've got heart is what you have, and no different to what Booker said. You know, to see what you did, man. You guys took some big bloody damage in Auckland at that champs. I remember sitting there watching you guys on, you know, giving it out as well and taking it on 10-1 from memory. Was it your tank, Bryce? Was it your tank?
Yeah, yeah, off memory, yep. I think so.
Yeah, shit. It was bloody carnage, you know. Yeah, it was bloody good to see. What do we got here? The Daniel Petrie up the Bulldogs. Byron Brown Dixon up the Bulldogs. Sophie
Punnett, why his
Hollis.
shirt doesn't fit.
What was that?
Ask Daniel Punnett why his shirt doesn't fit.
Oh,
Why
drinking
doesn't
too much
your
beersies are you eating too many pies?
Bloody hell, eh? Who else we got? Sophie Hollis Peach up the Bulldogs. 69 M's given big year. Let's go for it. Sam Henson up the Bulldogs. Carlo Putaranui watching as well. Byron, Shaney. Oh, Matt. Too fat to fit on screen. Oh, here we go. Ash is watching Bryce, giving you a bit of shit from when the camera wasn't around there, you know?
Yeah, I was looking at it.
Yeah. Mike Rose, Brittany Rowan, the Bulldogs. You know, that's what you guys do it for, eh? Obviously, the fans. And are you guys prepared for being down at the lake on Friday? You know, looking forward to that when the fans roll on down there. And hopefully you're not going to do, who was it that said to us last night? The Wanganui boys, the Falcons. They might jump in their Speedos and go jump in the bloody lake.
That's all them. No, we're set up. We've got a gazebo and stuff, and we've got sort of 150 to 170 shirts to try sell, and we're taking along the FPOS machine and stuff for everyone to sort of get in behind the team. So $45 a shirt. So seems to be the going rate these days. So yeah.
Merch has become a big thing though, isn't it, now in our sport?
Yeah, I was talking to Sam Ashton today. So he's obviously trying to promote the whole of Speedway by putting it down on the lakefront and stuff like that. So hopefully we're a good turnout. We'll leave here around 11ish. So we should be over there about 12:30 from Tauranga. So it should be good. We'll put on a bit of a show, and Sam reckons we've got the Battle of the Bay first up with Rotorua. So should be a bit of fun.
Yeah, definitely. So we'll head over as a convoy. Is that the plan, boys? You know, catch up somewhere along the road and go through as a convoy, because I would guess, you know, that's quite a special thing, not only for the drivers, but obviously your families, your crew and everything. Their bond off the track is as good as what you hope to, have on the track. Because you'll be right, you guys, you drivers, that's an important part of it, is the bond with everyone.
Yeah, we'll probably all meet up here at Megan Turbo on the Friday morning, just check over everyone's cars, make sure they're all spot on to take the scrutineering, and we'll go from there.
Definitely get into it. Adele Ashby, there you go. Talking of horse, she's watching. Good luck to the Bulldogs. Jody McFarlane up the Bulldogs. Hadley Dixon. Well, Hadley's got Temu parts, he says. He's got Temu parts on the
Or a poster.
Oh, bloody hell, Hadley. Mitchell, where's that guy? Because what's he just doing? Fixing his bloody car, most probably.
Yeah, he's put all the Temu parts on. They just arrived.
Temu parts.
Hey,
I'd be the Temu version of a stock car driver. Not very good.
He'd have too many head knocks, but he'd be right.
Yeah.
Jaden. Zane's watching. Jaden. Can you mount that Temu Bulldog on the bonnet, please? Is that what you've done? Have you guys gone and bought some Bulldogs for your car from Temu?
Nah, nothing yet.
Oh, nothing yet.
Keep some surprises for the big show, right?
Wait for the reveal.
Scotty Tennyson is watching. Tell Shane to get the trophies out.
Oh, mate, you want
You should tell Shane. You should tell Scotty he should have been on the live tonight, helping his boys out.
Scotty,
Come on, Scotty. There you go, buddy.
Let's see. Let me put that on the big screen for people to see. Hang on.
Hold on, wait. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, look at
that. He loves a bit of a
laugh.
laugh.
Well, Scott.
Pardon?
Should we get out Scott's toy cars and his Pokemon cards?
Pokemon card.
Really?
Here we go. He's getting some free advertising tonight, isn't he?
Oh, look at
What the
that.
hell? Hey, Brad McGee watching. Brad, yeah, driving this weekend as well. Brody Collins, Steve Payne, old hot laps. Ha ha ha. That's from all you know, Daniel Petrie, eh? Those hot laps are fun. It's good to have a bit of fun and a bit of banter. You know, that makes it all work, eh? You know, when you take a look at it, you know, you put your serious face on once that green flag drops, but there's a bit of fun, bit of laughter and banter in amongst the team. And as you get prepared, you park up on the grid. And mate, your first race, who you guys got up first? Where are you? There, the Bulldogs, mate. Like you said, Rotorua, the defending bloody champs. They don't want to see that unfold and fall apart on their own home back track. But hey, we've seen it done at Palmy. We saw what the Busters did to the Rebels. Anything is possible with the Bulldogs and the Rascals.
Yeah, that's it. Like at the end of the day, once you've got your belts on and you're gridded up, it's all war, but it's fun off the track and have a bit of banter, but the boys are ready to go to war when they're on the track. So
yeah, and I would guess too, it's kind of bragging rights, being kind of those neighbours, you know, pretty close to each other when it comes to the track and everything. And it was no different to the Superstar boys a few weeks back, and you just want to get one over them, eh, and get that bragging rights, eh?
Yeah, we've got to give Keegan a bit of stick, the ex-Bulldog in the Rotorua team there. So should be right.
Yeah.
So are you guys staying in Rotorua? Because it's not that big a drive, is it, from Baypark to Rotors, or are you going back? Are you going to stay as a team and like get a motel and hang out and just get that camaraderie going more, or is it back to Baypark after the meeting?
Nah, we'll head back. It's only sort of 45 minutes, hour drive home. So we've got the workshops over here. You know, we've got a lot of support over here, RBM, engineering. You've got even Pollock Cranes sort of workshop. Obviously, I've got the Megan Turbo over here, NZ Manufacturing. So we've got heaps of engineers over here. We've got all the tyre gear. We've got everything over here. So it sort of makes sense to come back home an hour and utilise the strengths that we have over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same with Kiki. I was listening to Caleb before, you know, like it's an hour drive home for them. You might as well go home and use the parts that you're already in your own shed, etc.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it makes sense. You know what's in your shed. You know where every bloody tool is. You, like you said, you're running around looking for the nearest Repco to get a bloody part. By the time you get there and get back to where you are, it just saves all the hassle. You get in the comfort of what you know, what you have in your work environment next to it. And you talked about the Kings there, Shane. That's your next opponent's race 11. You know, it's time for you to give it back to them now, because even though they were a bit bloody quiet, I was trying to rock them up to give you fellas hell. But...
Yeah. No, it'll be a good race. Like, I don't know. It's one of those things. Obviously, we had them first race up last year, which was quite an eventful start to the New Zealand title last year. But it's all, every team's solid. They've got a very select style team, which is going to be very strong. But everyone's got a strong team this year. I don't think there is a weak team in the whole competition out of the 13 clubs that are represented. So,
has he got a shirt there to hold up on his lap? Is he to show us how good the merch is, or is that beside you there? Oh, show us the merch. Come on, give us. You've been sitting there quietly. We haven't heard a word from you.
Hey? Anyway,
look at that. Get amongst it. So that looks like a big one. If you sew two of them together, it might fit me.
Yeah, big thanks to Zane at ZP Designs for throwing those together too for us. You know, and whoever Shane got to print them was pretty good as well.
Yeah, that's awesome, Aikens. You know, the merch has become such a big thing now for teams, whether it be stock cars or super stocks. It's and individual racing. I mean, as fans, we love to get behind our favourite drivers, our favourite teams, and it's great to see so many doing merch now and getting amongst it. You know. I'm still waiting for my special Ross Ashby one horse, you know. Since I know he's watching, I'll give another stab. Oh.
So just going with you three drivers that's joined us tonight. So what's your team's background or experience? You know, how many years have you done teams? You know, we had young Troy on, and he's pretty well thrown in the deep end. This is his debut into it, and he's pretty confident, but also not that confident. As you saw at the start of the show, he was a bit sideways on the camera there, and he hopes he doesn't end like that. He's used to getting picked on. So what's your guys' experience? We'll just go from the bottom left-hand corner go around you guys and start with you, Bryce. What's the experience for you?
So I started in the Mount Mavericks back in 2020.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, it was my debut back then, just in the rookie team. And I went over to Rotorua for a season, and now I'm back at Baypark. So, yeah, about 5 years for me. So it's been pretty good.
Oh,
Yep.
Carry on through.
We debuted Palmy Invasion for the Mid-East Select a couple of seasons ago.
Yeah.
And then ended up over at Gisborne, done a couple for them. Had a season off, come back, started off at Gisborne. Now we're back at the Mount we were from. Keep going.
Carry on.
I'm fresh off the boat this season, so
Yeah.
first meeting.
His debut was last meeting in Stratford.
Oh, good on you. Good on you, mate. Shane, have you got any background in Speedway, mate? What you got any deal? You being a racer or you been done laps? Oh, okay. Should I ask that?
Don't get him started.
Shane, how many years have you been doing this new car for?
Yeah, I raced stock cars out of Baypark for probably 5 seasons. Ran in the Bulldogs against Gisborne. New Zealand title was my first stock car team's debut.
This was back in the 90s, by the way.
Yeah, in the 90s when the Breezes were in stock cars. And it was good. So I've done a couple of seasons in teams. I've had 5 seasons off, but there's a brand new one. Nearly done.
Flying flatty.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
Eddie, but
I don't know. We might see it next season. I was supposed to see it this season, but
And last season.
Fine.
And the season before.
yeah, it's one of those never-ending cars.
it's
Yeah, it must be a lot of fun in the camp there, right? Because they all give each other a bit of stick and they're having fun. I think that plays a huge part in success of a team, to be honest. That how close you guys are and the fun you're having. Like old Hadley, he's like a can of V going off all the time, isn't he? So it's good to see. I think that camaraderie will suit you guys well, and I think that's the reason you can see such a growth in this teamkins as it's gone over since like Auckland last year. You know, they came out, they gave it their best. Peter Barry's, they were on it, man, and Huntley, and now this. I think it's another team to look out for.
Oh, 100%, Books. You know, you can just feel it and see it in these guys. Yeah, the camaraderie. They'll give each other shit, but they'll have a laugh and laugh it up. But when it gets on the track and their green flag drops, they'll be face on and getting ready to do the business. They don't care who they're up against, you know. They'll do it for themselves, their families, their crews, for the track as well. And you can tell. And I've always said that a successful team, you know, off the track, if they bond together, great, and everything like that, 9 times out of 10, it should work out pretty bloody good on the track. Chris Seed, up the Bulldogs. Come home sober. Jaden, come home sober. It's a bit of a question going in there for a few of the drivers out there and everyone going on. Byron, Brown, Dixon, Anna Martin. Yeah, getting ready to lose the voices. Looks like they're going to be doing a bit of singing there. And
I heard Byron
Jamie-
was taking Hadley's car next year.
wow, wouldn't be surprised, you know.
Boys, Byron.
Yeah, Byron, you got every opportunity. I watched him race. Actually, Bryce was there too. I watched him race at Waihee Beach last season, and the little bugger got a checkered flag in one of those races. And yeah,
You really even spun me out. I was in Chloe's tank.
yeah, that's right. You know, it's bloody hell. Michael Rose up the Baypark Bulldogs. Who else we got here? Yeah, Daniel Petrie. Too many hot dogs. Scott Tennant. It's good though. It's their banter and it's their fun. It's just their fun. Tell Bryce Carter to put his sunnies back on. That's from Scott Tennant. Shirt's too big for him because he's too small. Look at this. You know, this is what it's about. It's that camaraderie with your fans and people who are supporting you. Obviously, some of these, your family and crew and whatnot. They just give each other shit. Thanks for the stars, Sam. Ekins working on the battle bus. Yeah, that'll be you, Hadley. Paula Henderson up the Bulldogs. Shane, find their Bulldogs costume for Zane. Put him on the bonnet. Brittany's asking, have you got a Bulldogs costume there, Shane?
Yeah, we got a full kit.
He's got
Oh, yeah?
I'm sure we can get Zane in it on Friday night.
Hey, Regan Lesham or not? Here you going, Regan. Mate, you got a lot of supporters here, obviously, and there's a lot of work that's done by everyone in the sheds for multiple hours. But, you know, you've got your merch. You talked about that. I suppose the next thing for you guys is obviously thank all your sponsors because they're an integral part of obviously the team, and get behind them, and they have all the names on the team. And who wants to ramble that off? I'm seeing Shane's going to be doing it. There's the t-shirt. Jump on their Facebook page at $45. Get behind the team. We're at around Rotorua over the Friday or Saturday.
I reckon Matt's supposed to read out the list, but I guess we've got quite a few. Pollock Cranes jumped on board again this season, so obviously a massive supporter of the Busters, but helping us out. Carter's Contracting, Ross Ashby and Ashby Engineering, Superior Signs, Limitless Creations, Middleman, Out on a Limb, RBM Engineering, Mount Metal Recycling, Megan Turbo Taranga and Taurico, Baypark Speedway, and there's a couple others. What's our design? Zane, what's Zane's brand?
ZP Designs.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's probably more, but yeah, we've got a massive sort of backing behind us. So thanks to everyone else that's helped out. There's so many partners running around doing bits and pieces. My partner's put up with about 700 phone calls from our t-shirt
Second
designer
manager.
and stuff like that. Chris is wrapping the bodies. Woz has been working on the cars. Like, there's just so many people. We can't sort of thank them all, but yeah, it's pretty massive.
It is a massive thing. It's a big show for especially the stock car drivers. You talk to stock car drivers, part of their career and the pinnacle of their career is to represent their club and get into doing teams racing. Look, guys, thank you very much. I know you've been on there nice and early and chilling out in the background, having a bit of fun, having a few drinks and a good laugh. And we do appreciate the 4 years joining us on the show. We wish you safe travels, even though it's just up the road, but all the best in qualifying on the Friday night. Good luck. Yeah, we'll catch up with you at the track, eh?
Sounds good.
Cheers,
Thank
boys.
you.
Thanks to
team.
Bulldogs, boys.
Hey, up the Bulldogs, hey, up the Bulldogs, hey. Gotta love it. Good on you.
Cheers,
Bloody
guys.
cool. Cheers, thank you. Wow, that's 2 down, box 2 down, two more to go, mate.
They were enjoying themselves. I tell you, they're those boys are pumped. They're ready to rock, mate. I know that like we talk about the camaraderie and everything between the teammates. I think that'll bode well for those guys. To be fair, and yeah, like I say, like we talk about teams that we've watched develop. Like we watched Wanganui develop. We've watched in the supers type thing, and a few other teams, and yet the Bulldogs and the stock cars are ones that I've watched just slowly progress and get better and better, and they keep building and building, mate. You can only get the results, eh?
Oh, 100%. As you can see, I've got on the screen now, the Gladiators are going to join us any minute now. We do have the Raiders coming in to wrap up the 4 teams we're bringing you live as part of the Makita New Zealand Stockcar Teams Buildup this Friday, Saturday. Tomorrow, we've got the Miani Maulers. No doubt Booker will accidentally push the button that plays Come On the Bay.
Oh yeah,
He will have,
it's bound to happen.
he'll do it tomorrow.
Bound to
Can't
happen.
happen. Then we'll catch up with the Auckland Alley Cats, and then we may have nearly all of the Rotorua Rascals joining us, alongside with the man himself from Makita as a major sponsor for this. But I think now we will head in and invite into the show the team that is representing the Gisborne Gladiators. Here's a quick look at the team. If you followed them on Facebook, they've done a massive load of work on social media. They've been doing sausage sizzles. They've been doing all sorts of raffles, and they are ready to get involved into this. Bryce and Will join us. Bryce, Will, welcome to the show. Good to have you boys back.
Yeah, thanks for having us. It's good to be here.
How's it going?
Yeah, no, it's going good, guys. Going brilliant, actually. And the whole build-up over the last couple of nights, tonight's the big one with 4 teams, 3 more. We'll wrap it up. But like we said to all the other teams, Bryce, no team, you can't take them lightly, mate. They're all out there to win this event, and they want to take it back to their home track. Every team, you just can't underestimate.
Yeah, well, exactly. And, to be the best, you've got to beat the best. So, yeah, we've got a couple good teams we're up against on Friday night. So, yeah, can't underestimate either of them.
No, exactly. And he's right, Abel. When you take a look at this, and I know you get into your team's racing, mate, but you can't take anyone lightly. Anything can happen, and we all know what that Rotorua track is like. But, mate, you just got to go with it and give it your best, Abel.
Yeah, you sure do. all the teams are looking good. Like there's a lot of guys that have got a lot of experience in a lot of the teams. So, you know, you can't take anybody lightly. You just got to play it as it goes on the track and see who actually fronts up on the track for each race and go from there. You can only do so much study, I guess, on past racing to have a fair idea of what people do. But, you know, that's where it's tricky when you're racing a team who've got a bunch of guys who can do both roles, running and blocking. So you can't really plan for that. You just got to see what happens when the checkered flag, when the green flag drops, and play it as it goes.
And I suppose and hope too, Bryce, like Will said, you do want to see your car go and then get that checkered flag. Obviously, the first thing is get the white flag. You're on the last lap and you're looking at your mate. Yeah, there he goes. We just got to block the others and make sure he gets and get the maximum stuff. And that's the day you got to get to that checkered flag.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, Friday's going to be all about points. So, you know, it's anyone's game, really, especially with this format. So,
yeah, definitely. So, what's the camaraderie been like with the Gladiators today? Do you know, because you guys have a few hours to drive. When do you guys meet up? When do you all get together? And how's that all happening for the fans so they can meet you at the lake on the Friday? What's the deal going on there, Will?
Yeah, so the team's we'll be meeting up in Rotorua at our accommodation just as a team before heading over to the lake. So I think we've got about an hour or so, like just to, you know, catch up with each other and sort of know, just, you know, bond and all that stuff. But and then we'll be heading over to the lake. But we have had a last weekend just gone was really good. Like a couple of the boys came down and we had a sausage sizzle fundraiser at the warehouse. So, you know, we were there for a good 4 or 5 hours just talking speedway, talking teams racing, and then afterwards we sort of went to the club rooms and we're watching the young ones from MIP on the live stream. So yeah, we've had a lot of chats just the weekend gone, and I think that's just given us a good vibe. So everybody's sort of on the same wavelength when it comes to like racing and, you know, what we want to do. So yeah, I think the overall feeling of the team is, yeah, we're feeling really good and pretty confident about this weekend coming.
He's right, Bryce. That's where it starts. And I've been looking at your social media Facebook page and the graphics that has come out for these teams over the last few weeks, including the Palmerston North stuff as well. The chassis, the engines, the favorite number stuff, the information behind the drivers. It's huge. This social media impact has really taken off a recent. And I go back to what Will said, all your social media stuff, your raffle stuff, everything the team has done to get you to Rotorua. It's pretty impressive, mate.
Yeah, it's been a huge effort behind the scenes from multiple people. You know, and with, you know, as Will was saying, we had a couple of the other guys come up from further down the island the other day because we don't have a team that's fully made up of Gisborne locals, but, you know, Willie and Brad came up to look at a few open homes because they're, you know, looking at buying up here, you know, up the G. So, but yeah, no, it has been a huge effort. I saw a metric of our Facebook page engagement about an hour ago, and it's gone up 880% in the last couple of weeks. So,
yeah,
you know, it's been a huge effort. Yeah, all the way down to the very stringent timeline that we've been given from the managers that we have to follow over the weekend, getting where we need to be. So,
you know, I look at some of the raffle stuff, the ticket stuff you've done. You've got the rims, you've got mini stocks. You guys have done lottery raffle winners. You have really impacted, obviously, social media to its benefit to help you guys out as a team because this stuff doesn't come cheap. You got some amazing merchandise that's available as well, different to when we had the Baypark Bulldogs on. You know, that merch is important to your fans and they want to wear it with pride and represent Gisborne proud. Well, you know, the fans are what you do it for.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Hey, it's like, you know, we've got this tool, social media, and so, you know, we use it to our advantage, but also, you know, from a fan's perspective, you're always wondering, hey, what's going on with the team? Like, who's in it? Like, what's happening? How can we support? And it's something we should do a lot more of, like more frequently. But big shout out to our management who've like actually taken that on board and really run with it. And it's showing. It's really helping us out, and our fans are up to date with what's going on. And so yeah, pretty awesome actually.
Yeah, hard out it is. It's good what you're doing and what you're getting prepared for, because the rollout on the track on the Friday, like you said, any team's going to be tough. You're up against the bloody Wellington White Young Guns. That's not going to be easy, Bryce.
No, there's a couple of experienced heads in there, and then a couple of young guys. So yeah, they're not to be taken lightly.
Yeah, it's going to be any team's going to be tough. Then you're not on.
I'll just interrupt, Kins. There's just one. Morgan Strand is, whoever he is obviously an absolute cockhead. I thought I'd call him out on our stream because he's trying to be funny and be rude on the stream. So, Morgan, if you're still watching, see you later, mate. You're out of here. We don't need people like you. You're classed as a bully that we talk about. You think it's funny, it's not. So we'll see you later. You're now never going to see Kokpit Media again. Happy to get rid of you. See you, mate. Have a fun time playing by yourself.
Yeah, go and have some fun. Look, and then, of course, again, it doesn't get easier for you Gladiators. The Vulcans after that, race 9.
Yeah. It's gonna be a tough, like we said, like everybody's saying, all the teams have got good drivers, good cars. Like, it's gonna come down to good tactics, and hopefully, you can pull it off on the racetrack, because a lot of people like to sort of bank on luck, but it all sort of comes down to experience. And I guess the only way you can get experience is either on the track or doing your homework. So yeah, it's just like sports teams, like like rugby league and rugby. You got to go and watch and see what your opponents are doing. So if you come up against them, you got a better chance of beating them.
Yeah. Hey, you got to do your homework, and we've asked many drivers, whether it be the stock car or the super stock class, and we're very fortunate these days because there's a lot of camera footage. Bryce, do you look into any YouTube stuff? Do you study any drivers, or now you know who you're up against? Do you do any of that type of stuff to get you yourself personally prepared for teams weekend?
Yeah, well, it's funny, on the weekend after we had our sausage sizzle and Willie and Brad went and looked at their new sections, they stayed at my place, so we sat up and watched 10 years ago actually, the Gladiators won in Rotorua. So we watched replays of that and in-car footage, and just talked about strategy and what we can do. Anything helps. So
anything like that builds a bit of motivation, a bit of confidence, and if you're doing it as a team, you can kind of watch and study things. And hey, if it falls into your place, you might go back to that and say, that's how it worked out. We kind of study these drivers. It's just the way things may not. And Sarah, go, Books.
Oh yeah, I was saying, like, with it being 13 teams, and you talked before, Bryce, as well, about it's really becomes down to a lot of points, but it is different. I think he's going to take the top 8 through, so not the top 4 become the top 4 the next night. He's doing a bit different with the format this year, old Sam and the club there. But how much do you guys change your game plan from when it's you need points to first across the line? Like, I don't think we've ever asked that question before, Kinser. Like, is there how big a difference is that plan on the track to points? Like, do you have more blockers or first across the line? Do you have more runners? How does it work for you guys? Do you change it up a bit without giving away too much, obviously? But is there a big difference in the strategy over those two types of results?
A little bit. Like typically in the past, we've sort of tended to run more runners, or they decide what they're doing after a certain amount of laps. But Rotorua is a different track. It's not a a momentum track like Palmy is. So yeah, I think it's going to be a lot different. We haven't really talked much about it, but it will be different to what we normally do.
It's just interesting to me that I sort of thought, I'll probably ask a few more drivers, I think, that question, Kins, because I think it's all a strategy, isn't it? Your end goal is to be in that final. So how you approach that with what is put in front of you, like it's got to be points or it's first across the line, there must be a different strategy, so to speak.
Yeah, hey, you got to accumulate points. We've seen cars and push your cars to get them over the line just to get their points, because it's tough when you get there, even though it's 8 teams. If you just miss out by 20 points, it's like, bugger. All we had to do was get him over the line or her over the line, and we could have snuck it in there. But yeah, it will be an interesting one to see how that rolls out with the 8-team format side of things. Well, how's the season been going far to date prior to this weekend? How's your season been going?
Yeah, we're having a pretty good season. We've clocked up a lot of meetings this year already. We've done a lot of travelling. Like we sort of done all the club meetings that we could do at home here when we went away doing teams racing, and did Rotorua opening, Huntley opening, and we went down to the GP in Palmy, and also done like a club night at Wanganui and Palmy again. So yeah, we've done a lot of racing this season, and the car's going really good. We're pretty happy with it. It's not a rocket ship, but it's a bit faster than it was last season. So yeah, we're pretty happy.
Should I love that commitment, Kins? The amount of miles this man has to travel from Gizzy to get to those tracks. Shit, that's awesome. I think that's great. That's when you know a racer's a racer, eh? Gets in that car, want to go race somewhere this weekend, I'm out of here. Hey.
Yeah, we've just been chasing meetings, like, it's like getting seat time's pretty important, but we're having a lot of fun. Like, we had a ball over in Wanganui and even Huntley and Rotorua was all cool. But a stock got a bit stuck in and did a little bit of stock car racing here and there. Had a good laugh about it afterwards, and that's what keeps us wanting to go out of town and race out of the tracks.
Yeah. And that's the key to enjoying yourself. You got to travel the cage, race other tracks, and get into it. But you have fun at the end of it. What about you, Bryce? How's your season been tracking today?
It's been a little bit quieter than my previous seasons. The last few seasons I've been away just about every weekend all over the country. But this season's been a bit quieter. I've been busy with work, so. But I still managed to get down to Wellington for the New Zealands, and been to Rotorua a few times. Still travel, just not Palmerston North for teams invasion. Just not as busy as previous seasons. But it's been going all right.
Fair enough. Brogan, how you going, Brogan? Karina Chatfield, Cody Miller, question for Bryce. Bryce, did you pick yourself on the fantasy stock car thing? Have you picked yourself in there?
No, I haven't actually looked at it yet, but I know if Cody was racing, he'd pick himself.
Yeah, of course he would. Jamie Maxwell, Will, are you running a Fiesta or a Ford Y?
What was it?
Are you running a Fiesta or a Ford Y?
We'll be running the Fiesta body this weekend. That's our team's body. When we go out of town, we sort of keep the Ford Y on we had the Fiesta body on down Palmerston North and there because we pretty much left the car in Palmy. Yeah, and after team's invasion, and we sort of just cocked up the meetings down there. We're running the team's body, but otherwise, it's Ford Y.
All right, mate. So with all this racing you've been doing in your season so far, Will, you don't mind the travelling. So Darren most really wants to know, Darren Letwood. I'll ask you first, Will. You got time to do any part of the Rees Tour next month?
We're not going to be heading down south this season.
Okay.
I think we've clocked out a little bit on the travel a bit at the moment, but we'll see. So our plans are just do teams this weekend in Rotorua, and then we'll go over to Hawke's Bay, do Peterberry's, and then we'll see how the cars is after that, and maybe Easter somewhere. Haven't really locked in anywhere, but yeah.
All right, mate.
We've got a
So
big
just-
meeting at home after New Zealand. We've got the North Island Super Stocks, but we've got our Anthony Scott on the Friday night, and it's already like booked out with Stockcars. So there's a bit of a waiting list to get on that one.
Cool. There's Bryce. What about you? Once you get through this weekend, mate, you got any plans after this weekend?
I think we've got the Ashley Scott Stockcar Champs in Gisborne next weekend, which is coupled with the North Island Supers. So it could be a bit of a quick turnaround depending on how much damage we get this weekend. But I sort of looked at the Rees Tour, but it's just a little bit too much time off work. I think we're going to go to the North Islands in Auckland, and potentially Peterberry's. Just sort of play it as we go at this stage.
Mate. Yeah, definitely. Everyone's busy these days, and always the start of the year, everyone's always under the pump, whether it be work and everything, and it's what's got to pay the bills and make it all bloody work. So you get to have a bit of fun there on the racetrack to entertain the fans. And hey, just mind if you can't make it to the track, the Pits TV obviously is the only place to get the live stream, and you can watch some good quality racing if you can't get it to TWS Paradise Valley. You guys arriving down at the lake, obviously doing what you need to do there. You've got your merch all sorted. That's where you're going to catch up with your fans, and you're meeting up at your motel and everything like that. Build up for your two big races on the Friday. But obviously there's all that shared time that you guys do, your crews, the families will be there supporting all of the drivers. So who's got the sponsors list? Who wants to do the big shout out to the very important sponsors?
Do you have them, Will? I've got them on my phone if you need.
Yeah, I've got them here. Big thanks to our sponsors. Without their help, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. So our main one, WG Goose Contracting, Pit Stop Gisborne, Simpson Automotive, Total Sheet Metals, Gisborne Agricultural Services, MTF Finance Gisborne, Andrew Harvey Spray Painters, Jesse James Contracting, McCafferty Metal Cartage, Sam's Upholstery, ESM Services, the Tyre General Gisborne, Wholesale Tyres New Zealand Limited, and Awapuni Speedway. Yeah, big shout out to you guys, and also just our sponsors who help us out during the season, because without that, there's probably, not much of us, getting to actually teams race, because, you've got to get the car up to scratch first before you can even think about teams racing. So, yeah.
And just a big thanks to Right Price Collision Repairs as well. They've given us their workshop on Saturday morning to get the cars all sorted.
Awesome.
Awesome. I imagine they'll probably be looking a bit secondhand after our two races.
There'll be a fair bit of carnage left out there on the track, I would guess, after Friday night's races. It's going to be a night not to miss, obviously, if you can get yourself trackside, go and support everyone at the track, because there's a lot of work that goes into a big national title like this, and the bragging rights is winning it on Saturday night, because not only win the trophy, but you also get to host it at your track. And hey, it could be going to Gizzy and on that little bank track there and that, and everyone will be just enjoying
Little
it.
bank track, mate. She's going to be awesome next weekend.
Yeah, with the super stocks, yes. Hey, Bryce and Will, we do appreciate you two gentlemen hanging in there and joining us on tonight's show. Safe travels to yourselves, your families, your crews, all your supporters, and everyone that's behind, obviously, the Gisborne Gladiators. Good luck on Friday, first and foremost, and see how it all goes. But again, thank you very much on behalf of our viewers for coming to join us on the show tonight. All the best, eh?
Yes, thanks for having us.
Yeah, catch you this weekend.
All right,
Thanks,
mate.
guys.
See you later.
Safe travels, eh?
Safe travels. Awesome. Well, Carr, Bryce, Simpson, their representatives, alongside with the rest of their team that make up your Gisborne Gladiators. And that is a quick look at their team there as well. And a very, very strong team heading into the Stockcar Teams Championship this Friday, Saturday, with the sponsors at the bottom there. Jamie Simpson is their manager. And take a look at their Facebook page. They've been doing a lot, not only sausage sizzles, raffles, and so much.
Yeah, look, Kins, I just want to have another point out about our thing at the top of our post of our page about our anti-bullying campaign, and everything like that. But that guy from before that put that post up is a perfect example of what we're talking about on Facebook and doing this stuff. Old Morgan Strang, he's obviously well known around Wellington Speedway. So if you see him, tell him it's not acceptable to say that stuff on Facebook to people. And you know, he's obviously an ex-street stock driver by the looks of things, and got a stock car there, so out of Wellington Speedway, must be, or Wellington. Yeah, Morgan, just tell him. Not acceptable to do that stuff, you know. It just annoys me since we're doing this campaign and someone does that, Kin. So I thought, well, I'll let people know exactly who he is for a change instead of us letting them hide in the background behind the keyboard, you know. So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So what he said was not acceptable. You don't come on our show and do that. We're all about the positive, the fun, and everyone enjoying themselves. And someone coming in saying that sort of crap just needs to go. So he won't be watching any more of our shows. So that's good. But if you know him from Wellington, Morgan Strand, go and say something to him.
Oh, yeah. You know, there's just no need for that kind of rubbish. We'll move into the positive side of things.
That's it, mate. We're going to rock this chicken for teams this weekend, boy. I tell you. Hey?
Yeah, well, it looks like Matt might be doing it solo for the Raiders.
He's all by himself this year. William has left him and abandoned you, Matty.
Oh, no. Oh, well, it is what it is. Used to it.
Who was going to join you?
William White.
Oh, Willie White. But he's out for dinner, I think.
He said he was going to come in on his phone even though he was out for... Is he on a hot date, mate? Is that what it is?
Oh, I'm not too sure. Yeah, I'm not too sure. He definitely said he was going out for dinner, so yeah, I don't know. Hopefully he turns up.
Oh, well, see what happens, mate. But hey, we'll start off with you. You know, you take a look at your team. You've been going not too bad actually over your season prior to this weekend, you know, representing the Waikato Raiders team, the Central Metals Waikato Raiders, mate. You live for teams racing. You leave it out on the track. It's just another team's event for you, eh?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it's good to sort of get selected to go. We sort of have heaps of good drivers to sort of go down and represent the club, and very hard job for Lance and Hutch to sort of pick out a good team. And you know, so many good drivers from Huntley that sort of want to have a crack. And yeah, it's just hands down to them for sort of picking a team, because that'll be a hard job. So yeah, looking forward to it. So
I suppose I'm fortunate because I'm one of the commentators that get to call you guys while you're racing and doing your laps during the home meetings at Huntley Speedway, and I sit up there and I've seen the performances by Jamie Simons, James Marshall, Dave Moore, who's been shown a bit of pace. You've been up there as well, and William White and Clinton Cheatham. I've seen it, and you're right. You know, it's tough for managers because there are some good other drivers out there who just couldn't sneak it in and crack it for the big Makita New Zealand Stockcar team, you know. But they'll be there to support you guys, and I know the Mooley bells will be ringing, and I know the Huntley supporters will be traveling up the road to Vegas, and they'll be sitting up there in the Coliseum, giving you guys, you know, all the support. And
there he is, because he must have saw my message.
Hey, there he is. Hey.
He's like, hey,
Matt, you're supposed to message me.
I messaged you.
Hey, that's all good. Hey, William, bro, you know, thanks for joining us. And like Matt said, you know, mate, it's the big one this coming Friday, Saturday. You're going to give it your all. You know, that's the only way the white boys know is go hard out and smash it up. And let's hope the Raiders get over the checker flag.
Yeah, no, it should be good. We're all pretty amped to have a good night of racing. Hopefully we'll make that top 8 and continue on.
I suppose the bonus of this team's event is that Matty didn't do the draw this time, eh?
I need to talk about that.
Yeah, you're not taking on your other bloody team from home, are you?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm kind of hoping we come up against that Kiki team, eh? Go good old Hamish and Josh.
Yeah. Well, you know, and that's it. You know, when you take a look at that team, obviously, you know, those two ones, your bro, obviously, and you'd love to come up against that. How cool would that be? And that'd be funny, actually. That would be
good on them though. Good teams racing experience, you may as well.
Yeah, hard out. How's your season been tracking so far? Well, in the car, how's the old 99H been going, mate?
Oh, we struggled off the start of the year, but as we got on, getting a bit better. Had we qualified in the GP, and then for New Zealand. Oh, apparently I need the light on me. You can't see me. For New Zealand, we almost qualified, but then we didn't quite make it. But no, it's been pretty good.
Yeah, cool. And Matt, mate, your season prior to this coming weekend with the teams, you've been traveling pretty good, mate. You've been going all right, eh?
Yeah, that's definitely been a good season so far. Yeah, it's just traveling here, there, everywhere this season, trying to get sort of around as much as we can, and yeah, seem to be getting some decent results in the almighty Van Am. So yeah,
Hard out, bro. Look, and I know from memory, if I'm pretty sure I'm right here. There weren't many H cars that qualified at the New Zealand after 200 odd
yeah.
cars. You got through there, didn't you?
Nah, just missed out.
Oh,
Just
I
missed
just
out on
missed out. Oh,
qualifying. Yeah,
just
but
reminding them,
managed
kids,
to.
man.
oh, stinks. What a
Rubbing
stink,
it in.
fella. What a
Hey.
stink,
Yeah,
fella. Oh,
yeah.
mate,
No, we just missed out.
you've done pretty good this season, eh? Haven't you? You've done quite well at one big bloody meeting. You've been up
Yeah,
there.
GP we qualified for. Me and Willie
It's
and Jaden managed to qualify for the GP and Palmy there, and then I think fifth overall at the GP, and then Wellington you missed out on qualifying for the NZs, and then managed the top tier 2, and then just racing after it, and then just the meeting in Stratford, the teams meeting, the West Coast champs, we managed to get second. So yeah,
Awesome.
yeah, it's been a pretty good season so far. So.
And has the club penciled in the date for next year's New Zealand Stockcar Teams event?
Sorry, what was that?
Has the club already penciled in the date at the track for what time they're going to run the New Zealand Stockcar Teams event next season?
Oh, I'm not too sure about that one. Willie might have to answer
Got to
that.
have that confidence, Matty. Hey, William knew. Hey, Willie, you know.
Oh, it's in my head, but we'll wait till Saturday night and make a decision.
Yeah, okay.
if I know the White family, they were always bloody celebrating. You know, they enjoy the celebration. Eh? It's bloody in their genes, and they enjoy themselves. You know, and that's the camaraderie that you guys have at your track. It's such a family-run facility. We all know about it, Books and I, and their camaraderie that you guys have. You know, it's a good mold to make a team that can be successful. There's a lot goes on. So, do you kind of meet up together somewhere, or are you going to arrive individually into Vegas on Friday? What's the story? Are you meeting somewhere or at a motel? What's going on there?
We'll probably try meet up just before we get to the lake, and then pull up together and try to stick together as a team over the weekend. Have that good team bonding going on.
Quite an important thing, eh, Matt? The off the track stuff, eh? Bonding.
Yeah, well, you gotta win it off the track and off the track, eh? Like, it's not just us drivers. We've got our crew and everything. They're all part of the team. We've got to do it all.
Yeah.
Well,
So sorry, William. Are we taking you away from your dinner date?
Oh yeah, I got a dinner date with Coyote. With old Bill, Rob, and Casey at the moment, and yeah.
Oh, that's right. It's all good. It's all good. So obviously, your first race out. Who the hell have you guys got? Race 7 up against the Stratford Stormers. You know, they look a pretty good team, but like we said, Booker and I on the show, every team is going to be good because there's good machinery, there's great drivers. Everyone's focused on winning this event, not just winning it, but obviously getting the hosted. Stratford wants to take it back down to their track, Will, and you know, you're up against the Stormers, race 7, mate.
Yeah, you can't second guess any team. All of them have some quality gear, and they're all pretty good drivers. Got Stratty, so it'll be pretty cool to come up against them. They're the last people we versed at the Stratty West Coast champs. So they beat us in the finals, so hopefully we can get one over them this time.
Yeah, I suppose you're mid-race when you take a look at the Friday race 7, and then you're the last race of the evening. At you get prepared for obviously the Pumas.
Yeah, we take them on after their first race, which is good and bad. Either they'll have some second-hand cars, or they'll have had a good first race and they've got a good idea of the track and whatnot, and they'll be on a roll. So we'll just see how we go, and then take on Palmy, which is another solid team. So hopefully we do well.
All right. So, what's your preparation, Matt? What's been happening with you over the last 2 weeks? Knowing you're in this team, obviously, a few more extra tools and this and that, or what do you do? What's your prep?
Oh,
Checking the car 110%?
yeah, we took the cars out for a skid last weekend on Saturday at Huntley. Just make sure all our cars are all 100% ready to go, and everyone's cars seem to be fine. And yeah, I just sent my car off down Ali Van Amsterdam's house, and he's doing I don't know, doing it all backwards, but he's resealed the whole car, ready to go smash it up again. So just get it all organized, get everything organized, sort the kids, and make sure mum is all happy, and yeah.
That's the main thing. So, where do you guys do all the damages? Who's offered you a shed, or you traveling home, or what's the story? Well, what's going on there? Anyone giving you a shed to use on Saturday morning?
So we're off to the Cheathams for the weekend. So Cheatham Excavators will put up this shed, and Cheats is engineering. So he's got all the gear there, and they've got all the gear we need to facilitate us and whatnot. So it should be pretty good.
Cool, Liz. Mike Harvey's watching. Hey, Mike. Tom Langwell, up the age. Caleb Ashton's on. Samantha Kiss, woohoo, up the age. Let's fly this dirt, boys. And yeah, and the holy snap induction, that is Samantha to a T. Loving it at the moment. she'll have the Booker bell there, no doubt.
Yeah, well, that's what
Up the
Terry
age
Smith put.
brothers.
Ring those bells, just ring those. I hear. I love the support that it brings, but man, they do my head on those bloody cowbells. But I love the passion from the supporters for it. You know, like, so you'd never tell them not to do it, and I think at teams, I encourage more people to ring them louder so they could outdo me when I come on the bay. But I like that passion from those Waikato supporters, kids. You know, like those bells. Yeah, they do my head in, but man, just you got to love the passion of the fans. You know, that support their team.
Oh, you mentioned going to FMG Stadium, mate, when the Chiefs are at home. It's just very loud, very loud. Dave Mawson there. Hey, boys, it's past your bedtime, boys. It's Dave Moore talking to you. Wayne Alton, Maddie the Muss, Brendan Vincent, go the Raiders. Brian B-Man Walker, up the age. Good luck from Bevan Gilgore as well. Home, all the best from the committee. Nice work there from Brendan Vincent. Mitch Fabrish, how you go, Mitch? Yeah, like you said, Terry Smith's in there. Kerry Hawkins. Did you get that hoodie with your new car? Well, from Sinead. Did you get that hoodie? That's a cool hoodie, actually, eh?
Yeah, new car on the way, so that's what it is, eh?
Yeah.
So I asked the last guys this question as well, which was with it being 13 teams on the Friday night, it's all about trying to get points and stuff, and then the next night it's, even though Sam is doing that different format where top 8 go through 10 to compete again to be the top 4, which I think is a fantastic way of doing it, by the way. But between trying to go for that first night and the second night, how much does your strategy change when it's between getting points and, say, first across the line?
Like, you know, Will said, it's a bit of an art sometimes. You're not going to go in there fully wind the opposition up, because you'll cause a lot more damage to your car. And we've seen that over the years gone by. I would guess with a lot of these drivers, strategically, some of them do it in a way just enough to get the car on the top of the lip of the wall, causes the lights. And if you can get out, I'm going to come off.
It's interesting you say that, because like we've watched over the years that progression of cars at teams racing slowly not doing bigger hits but more stopping so they don't damage themselves. Yet the introduction of 6 cars instead of just your 6th driver has flipped that over, and now there's the big wind-offs coming and the big hits coming, because you know you've got 2 extra cars already sitting there that you can use. So it's sort of it whether or not does that play into effect for you guys, knowing you've got those extra cars, even though are they doing 4 on the track for stock car teams still? Yeah.
Yep.
So does that play an effect to you guys the way you, like, we saw it at Palmy teams for supers, and I would imagine it'd be the same sort of principle with stock cars. Does that sort of give you that, I don't know, free to really launch someone and put them over the fence, or, you know, like, because you know you've got that extra car there, or is it still keep it nice because you still want to finish?
It gives you a bit of peace of mind, but at the end of the day, we still want to come in as fast and clean as we can. Our manager drums into our head like just we all need to finish and we all need to come in. If we can come in and all we've got to do is a quick nut and bolt check, fuel up, happy days. We don't need to take broad shots. We don't need to, you know.
You the same thoughts there, Matty?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, we all sort of want to, the less damage, the better, especially for the crew. The crew sort of, don't want them working too hard. So, but yeah, sort of go out there and just make sure everyone sort of gets across the line and comes in sort of one piece. So, but there's going to be a bit of damage no matter what, no matter which way you go. It's just, there's going to be a bit of damage. So you just go out there, put the car on the line, and put your body on the line, and hope for the best. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's right because you could do that approach, but you don't know what the bugger right behind you because you're concentrating on the person that you're teed up with, and you forget about the one that's coming in from behind. If it's the opposition, his or her thing is gonna go boom, and it's tough. And credit to all the drivers out there this coming Friday, Saturday, because you can concentrate on so much on front. If you go, mate. I watched some of their in-car footage of some of the stuff these guys and girls do. I tell you what, it amazes me when they're in amongst all of that and you got the dust and you got the hype of the action going on. You guys are bloody good skilled drivers in teams racing action because
you wouldn't get me out there, boy. Look at that. I'm too scared.
I'd love to do it, eh?
Oh,
I don't
no
know.
way.
Mate. I'd love to do teams.
Because if my car went on two wheels, my own weight would make it tip over, so I would be end up on my side all the time. I have got another. I forgot where I was heading with that question now. Oh, that's it. Does it make it a little bit easier for you guys with the teams champs being so much later in the season, where in respect to? I talked about it earlier in the season and that about how like a rugby player's first game, their body's not really race rugby ready and to take the hits and stuff. Now you guys have done quite a bit of teams racing prior to this and big championships and racing that. Does that make it better for you to race this late in the season doing teams because the body feels more prone for the hits, so to speak? It's sort of race ready. Does that make a difference for you guys?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's getting the body used to it, especially the first teams racing, which is usually sort of Huntley meeting. And yeah, it takes a toll on the body the first time, but sort of the more you do it, the more the body adjusts to it. And yeah, the more you sort of walk away no matter what. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's sort of, you just make sure everything's all handy. So
yeah. But does it make it like, do you feel like it's a bit easier? Like all I'm saying is like, as opposed to say if you had the hit at the start of a season to that same hit at the end of a season, does the body feel sort of recover a lot quicker, so to speak, because it's had that race ready type thing? That's sort of my point. Yeah. Anyone is.
No, definitely, because throughout the season, your body takes a bit more hits as the season comes and goes. And it's sort of just, especially at the start of the season, you're sort of the first few hits are getting used to it, and then once you're sort of into it, you're just into it, and it's just normal. It's just normal.
I think there's a lot to be said, Kins, for that race readiness of the actual body as well, not just the car, like the mental side of it and the physical side of it, eh? It's a side that people don't, I think about when it comes to our motor racing, our sport. You're in a car that's solid steel that you're smashing the shit out of your mates and each other. There's got to be a lot to be said for the mental side and physical side of that as well.
Yeah, there's a lot you got to take on board. Obviously, you can get as much prepared as you can, but these guys race individual racing, and whether it's a big championship, they're both well traveled. If someone wants to get you, they're going to get you. So you got to get yourself mentally prepared for that, and just the individual racing, especially these big bloody title things. And when you got 200 plus cars at the recent New Zealand's down in Wellington trying to qualify 3 cars, if you're in that spot and they want to get your spot off you to get that magical 1 point to get through to qualify, they're going to use the bumper. But yeah, you got to be pretty well. You are right, Books. Race ready. You guys have got huge fans watching the show. Kerry Hawkins, Gwen Gordon, good luck. Matt Love, that's Gran watching there.
Oh, Mr. Repco's loving it, Kins. He's up. Let's do it the Huntley way, and he's just got up there. Willie gets a free set of rotors for every rollover. There you go, Lou. Oh, Mr. Ripke, he loves it. Eh? He's a huge supporter of you guys, isn't he? And the Huntley Club.
He told me there's only 2 rotors left in the country, so fuck.
He might give you both of them.
He
Nah,
might be
he's
having a few
passionate about
burpees at home, though, Willie. Hey.
Yeah.
Right, not true supporter today.
Yeah, Stacey. Stacey's always supporting the H as well. Susan Burtis, how you going? Adam Leon Moore's in there. Corey James is watching. Oh, Willie, I didn't put you in my fantasy team. You better make me regret it, bro. You're not in this fantasy team, Corey. Come on, Corey.
Corey.
Yeah. Peter Rose, Chris, how you going, Chris? Bad Stickers Curtin. Hey, he's in there. Brad Stickers Curtin. Boys, obviously, there's your family commitments, and I know you've joined us from having a bit of a date night or something going on there, Will, but to get into this, mate, there's all the work that goes into the shed. There's your families, your crew, everyone that does all the mahi behind the scenes to get the Raiders trackside ready for the big weekend. But obviously, you got your sponsors on board. Does someone want to do a quick shout out to the sponsors? Who's got that list handy? Any of you's got that list handy?
Yeah, I'll do them, yeah. Central Metals, Bob's Gas, J Digital, Repco Huntley, and Chief Says Engineering. Cheers for all their support this season. Without them, especially Huntley, Repco, and Clinton for opening his workshop for us on Saturday to fix the cars. Hopefully, we just have to give them a wash and nut and bolt checks. So, just Mike from Repco at Huntley and Central Metals. Yeah, they're definitely looking after us this season. J Digital and Bob's Gas. So, yeah. Haven't missed any, Willie.
It's all good. It's scrolling down the bottom, boys.
We've got a ball scrolling down the bottom for you.
Yeah.
Kins is onto it, bro. He's making sure he's got your back, man. Hey.
I've got it all covered for you, boys.
Hey,
Yeah,
Huntley's commentator, he's behind you 100%. Hey.
Yeah. Hey, well, look, thanks for joining us. Being the last team on a big night, you are the 4th team for us. We've got 3 more tomorrow, but we wish you all the best on behalf of the track and everyone there as well. And yeah, good luck, like all of your fans who joined the show tonight. Wishing you all the best. Safe travels. Enjoy down the lake. And I know Will's going to jump into a speedo run and jump into the lake on Friday. So that's what he's going to do. It'll have a moolie bell on the back, ding-a-ling-a-ling-ling as he runs into the water. Right, have fun.
Yeah.
Do the track proud, and good luck to you and the team and everyone associated as well. Safe travels, even though it's down the road for you, and yeah, give it heats for the good old Raiders. Go hard, boys, and thanks for joining us once again.
Easy.
Cheers, guys.
Thank you very much.
Drive safe.
Cheers. Awesome.
There we go. Through another one, Kins. Holy moly, it's been a big night.
Oh, definitely. It's been a massive night there as well. And don't forget to also with Makita, the major sponsor of this Friday, Saturday. There's a look at what you could be winning. Valued over $10,000 drawn this Saturday. You can get tickets online. They should have them on sale if there's any left at the track as well. Only $20, but take a look. $20, $10,000 worth of amazing product by the awesome sponsor for this weekend's New Zealand Stockcar Teams Champs at TW's Paradise Valley. Doesn't get any better than obviously Makita.
Oh, mate, it's good. Hey, and don't forget, people, jump on board with us. But there's a few I've seen have bought the shirt already. It's just about awareness for us, letting people know, and that they've got the post up the top of our page, the anti-bullying. Thanks to those that sent us stars tonight as well. We appreciate that. We'll see you all. There it is. Karita Adam at Rapid Raceware's helped us out with this. Got the page going there. Get your shirt, wear it proud, and support the cause. You know, the more of us that stand up and do it, the better. There's a pretty powerful statement in the post up the top. Have a read of that, and hopefully that gives you an insight at what me and Kins are trying to do. And to make everything a better place, Kins? Make us have fun and enjoy life and just have fun. But tomorrow night, look at it, there it is, kids. Maulers, Alley Cats, Rascals. Just awarding the button might slip at the start of the show tomorrow night. As a probably a slight slip of a button that plays a certain song. I might start singing, we never know. But
Hey, it's been fun. It's been a huge night, and like the fans, to all of the teams from the Kings through to the Bulldogs to the Gladiators, and then wrapping up with the Raiders. All your fans out there, wishing you all the best. And over the last couple of nights, to the other teams that we've spoken to, the other 6, and we got 3 more tomorrow as well. So, everyone, once again, we do appreciate you watching our show. Thanks to GARAGE16 for the ongoing sponsorship of Trackside with Kokpit. We are back tomorrow, 7 o'clock, as we wrap it up before you enjoy the racing teams action Friday and Saturday. Once again, thank you. Thanks for the stars. Support our T-shirts and everything. And we'll catch you back same time, bat channel, 7 o'clock.
Same bat time, same bat channel tomorrow. Thanks, everyone. See yous.
See ya.
Holy snapping duck shit.
My good mate from Bump and Run Booker joins us.
I'm excited for another great show tonight. Give it the hoot now.